that covers the stars.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Miriam.
Hello, Miriam.
Sit
back and relax.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I know you're so busy, especially right now with your movie and everything.
Oh, you're welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Arlington, Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Texas girl.
Well, born in London.
Really?
Yes, I heard.
Oh, I like London.
Yeah, heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
You don't have to be. I won't bite you.
First of all, what was it like working with your friend Rupert Everett on this new movie of yours?
Well, one of the big reasons I wanted to do the movies because I got a chance to work with one of my best friends.
You don't have to make a decision right now. But I've made up my mind and I'm having this baby.
You can be involved as much or as little as you like.
Well, I can't very well not be involved. I mean, it's not like I suddenly can stop knowing you or something, can I?
And I love him as a person, and I really admire him as an actor. And it was great working with him. It was a pleasure and a privilege.
Oh.
Come on, Robert. I'm offering you a choice. You can be the baby's father or you can be the baby's uncle. I want you to be the father.
If you had to make a time capsule to represent everything you've done, so 500 years from now, people that haven't seen what's happened, what would you want to represent you?
Oh, gosh. That's a tough one.
Be a big time capsule.
I throw in all my records, all my favorite videos, my daughter's shoes, my boy toy belt, Mr. Dare. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
In all your success and everything, are there ever any times where you would just say, that's it, I'm just going to stop, move to the country, and would you ever just want to give it up and do nothing?
I have not reached that point yet. Ask me in an hour.
Are you still in contact with anybody like from high school or back in Michigan, people you knew before all this started?
No.
No? None of them?
I left Michigan and I never looked back. I mean, I see my family and I go to Michigan, but just for my family.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning, if you don't mind me asking?
I didn't eat breakfast.
You didn't eat
I don't
breakfast?
eat breakfast.
Ever?
No. Not usually because it's not good to practice yoga with food in your stomach, otherwise you just throw it up. So I eat my breakfast at lunch, which is usually some toast. Yeah, with strawberry jam. That's my favorite thing to eat.
Well, I mean,
Margarine. No butter. I love butter though.
what is your ultimate self-indulgence? To spoil yourself rotten?
Caviar.
Caviar? Beluga?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you have, this sounds kind of silly, but do you have a favorite image of yourself looking at how, you know, whether it's a hairstyle or anything,
Oh, that's
in all
not,
of your,
that's not a fair question.
in all of your looks? What do you feel most comfortable in?
Oh, I feel most comfortable the way I look now. The way I look on my album cover, my last record, and my Ray of Light video. Kind of more easygoing, natural. It's much less high maintenance.
In all that you've done, everything, movies, music, everything, what are you most proud of?
My daughter, my finest work of art.
If you could turn back time, is there anything you would change, anything you would do differently?
Perhaps I would have had more time for people that I didn't give time to. Maybe I would have been kinder to people in the past than I was.
In your wildest dreams, did you ever think you would be where you are today?
Absolutely not. And what about you?
Oh, never. Yesterday morning, I woke up, normal day, going to work, put on my scrubs, and then 24 hours later, I'm sitting here.
Did you tell all your friends you were coming?
Well, I had plans last night with some friends, and I called them and I said, if you want to see me, you're going to have to drive a little bit further because I'm in New York. And I was just nervous and...
Are you still nervous?
A little bit, but I'm really happy right now. How's your family responded to all of your fame? How did they react at first?
I think at first they were a little bit uncomfortable, but so was I. I mean, you know, it's a pretty big deal. And there they were going along with their lives, and suddenly they have news crews on their driveway and people calling him and asking questions about me. It was a bit intrusive and invasive at first, but they've gotten used to it. People leave them alone. They've learned how to say no to people, so that's good.
What do you think you've contributed most to this industry?
I don't know, the idea of being an individual, standing up for what you believe in, not caring what people think. I just believed in myself. I believed that I was going to make it, and I believed I had something to say. Must have been crazy.
Did you go, or would you go to your high school reunion? Just show up and...
I never did.
No?
I wouldn't say absolutely not. Could be interesting at this point. Could be quite scary.
Absolutely no regrets.
In all your success, is there anything that you haven't accomplished yet? Skydiving because you haven't had the time, or...
No, I'm not into extreme sports.
No.
What haven't I accomplished? I want to go to India. I'd like to travel more. Would like to write more. I'd like to read more. I mean, it's not that I haven't accomplished those things, but I'd like to do more of them.
I haven't heard all of the song, but a radio station in Dallas played a little 20-second clip of your version of American Pie. Did you love that song growing up?
I loved it growing up. I memorized every word of it, but I had, you know, no intention of ever doing a remake of it. It wasn't my idea, it was Rupert's idea, and I was really nervous about it, and didn't think that, you know, I really should take on such an undertaking, you know, the remake of such a classical song.
Madonna, I thank you so much for this incredible opportunity. This is more than a chance in a lifetime. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you,
Have
too.
a safe trip.
Thank you so much. Hi, Rupert.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
You come from Chicago.
I've come from Chicago.
So have I. That's amazing.
I can't believe my heart's in my throat.
Mine too. It's very weird.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm the one who's supposed to be nervous. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, but I just got to see The Next Best Thing
Oh, right, you saw
last
it?
night, which was so amazing.
You can't be pregnant. We only did it once.
That's all it takes.
What, 8 martinis and you're stuffed?
That's right.
Wow. Doesn't take much to crack your egg, does it?
I loved it. You were so terrific in it. Like, it was a lot more dramatic than I expected it to be.
Right. That's what I liked most about it when I came across it, because it starts off as a comedy.
Right.
And I like that
Right.
turns into this big drama. I don't want to be some gay uncle who lives on the other side of the tracks with his roommate, Bruce. No one's supposed to talk to him. I want to be the baby's father. Forever and always.
I love your book, Hello, Darling, Are You Working?
I have a second book that never got
Right.
published yet called The Hairdresser of Saint-Tropez.
No wonder I couldn't find it. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I work at a bookstore, and after I read Hello, Darling, Are You Working, I'm like, all right, everyone's got to read this. Just Rupert's book. I ordered like all these copies of it. I put it on my staff recommendation
You're kidding.
list. I'm not kidding you.
So
And
cool. Thank you
everyone's
very
just like, what inspired you to write the book?
It was kind of one of those things that was a mistake. I was totally broke, as usual. And somebody suggested that I write a book about myself. I was about 28 years old, and nothing really had happened in my life. And I got drunk one evening at home with some friends, and I wrote back to them saying the book would be called Hello, Darling, Are You Working? And the first line would be, from a very early age, I realized I'd never be a great actress. And the publishing house really, really liked the idea.
It's a great book. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Who's your favorite co-star so far?
An orangutan, Sam, who played in Dunstan Checks
played
In.
Dunstan?
He was the most manipulative co-star that I've ever had, and I've had some. With an orangutan, which I've actually started using with my diva co-stars, you have to discipline them before the scene. You have to say, sit down, stand up, don't get goofy, and the orangutan does that. I tried it on Madonna, but it didn't work.
Obviously, you're one of my total role models, and I just wanted to tell you that one of the things I really admire about you is just how you're openly gay, and I think that's so admirable. Like, you've helped some of the people I know to just come out and say, you know, this is who I am, and you're so unafraid about that. I know you've encouraged a lot. You don't mean to do it. You don't, you know, shout it from the rooftops or anything like that, but the fact that you let people know that is just fantastic, and you're so, like,
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
unafraid. So thank you so much for doing that. I can't even... That means a lot to, like, me and a lot of people, I'm sure. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
that's so great. What was your biggest struggle or obstacle on your way to becoming the person that you are now?
Myself.
Yourself?
Probably, you know, when you're a kid, you don't value what you've got enough, I would say, and you think that youth is open-ended. And that's one of the great things about being young, but it's also one of the drawbacks. Certainly in regards to the success that I got now, I feel very much like I want to make the most of it, you know, explore the opportunities as much as I can, because I realise now, A, how difficult it is to come by, and B, you know, time marches on.
Okay, yes, that's it. Thank you so much. This has been such an honor. I can't even tell you.
Me too, that was great.
I can't even believe I'm talking to you. I'm still like, oh my gosh, it's Rupert Everett.
I thought she was very sweet. I was very touched.
Thank you, Madonna, so much for this amazing opportunity. I will never forget this. This is my wildest dream come true.
She was so nice and so sweet, and I liked what she said about her friends and stuff like that. That was really nice.
Very articulate. I'm glad that my fans have all had an education.
I felt like I was an old friend just talking to him, you know, flying into New York, just to hang out with him.
I was kind of nervous during the whole thing.
This was the most amazing thing. I will never forget about this. My life is complete now. This has been so amazing.